Welcome to New Year's Rockin' Eve, the top news broadcast premiering only on New Year's Eve. Tonight, we've got all the hottest news for you as we get ready to move into the year 2000. I'm your host, Emily Andersen, and tonight we'll be bringing you such exciting stories as the following. Portals through the underworld get students where they need to go. Ancient deity Xenu makes his triumphant return. Plus, we've got special guests, the Ghost of Christmas Past. All that and more on tonight's special Y2K edition of New Year's Rockin' Eve. And who could forget our special studio band, the California Raisins. Hit it, boys!
To make me blue with some other guy that you knew before. Between the two of us guys, you know I love you more. It took me by surprise. I say yes.
First up on this exciting evening of news and celebration, we have a story from our correspondent in Bowling Green, Ohio. This Monday, campus parking services announced that it would address complaints about space availability by closing and demolishing all on-campus parking lots. We have more for you now.
You know, we just thought we don't get enough respect these days, so we decided to destroy all the parking lots, show everyone who really owns things around here.
Students have long lamented that BG does not have adequate commuter parking. Several solutions have been proposed, but the most recent to be implemented is to close and destroy all campus lots. Some have complained that this will lengthen travel times for all students. Regarding this concern, parking services told us, quote, "Well, sucks to suck. Everyone was so busy complaining, maybe they should have appreciated the parking lot that they did have." Demolition is expected to start next week and will be extremely dangerous. Any cars remaining in lots are to be scrapped in order to help recoup the project's cost. We thank you for joining us on this New Year's Rockin' Eve. Once again, I'm your host, Emily Santoro Andersen Mejia Garza. As you know, our broadcast only goes out once a year on this special holiday. This year, we celebrate the new millennium as the year 2000 is upon us. Many have shared concerns over what Y2K will do to computer systems across the globe. But here at NYRE, we are confident that everything will be just fine. Next, be on the lookout as campus's newest special interest group, commonly known as Gary's Glasses Group, is hosting an event to raise awareness for the visually impaired later today, which they will be calling Gary's Glasses Group Gang Up to get greater goings on geared towards glasses wearers for the cure. Here to tell us a little bit more about this event is Club Chairperson Iris Pupel. Welcome, Iris.
Thank you, Emily. Well, we're going to be out here all day, and what we're trying to do is, we're trying to increase visibility for, well, we can hardly see each other. So how are people going to see us? And that's what we're trying to fix. We've got these big glasses out here to try and make people more aware.
Thank you, Iris. I'm sure it will turn out to be an illuminating experience for all involved. BGSU will soon break ground on its Portal to Hell transport system. As colder weather sets in, the university is seeking out alternatives to its shuttle transit and has chosen an interdimensional portal to hell as its solution. Officials have stated that the portals will be 80% faster than shuttles, but will cost part of a student's soul to use. The portals are expected to open in the spring, and all questions about the system should be sent to Demon Lord Nocturano. In related news, demonic activity has increased on campus by 366%. Students interested in demonic activity can join the Satanic Worshippers Club. Meetings are at midnight on Fridays, located in room 312 of the Student Union. In related news, ancient deity of Scientology and great dictator of the Galactic Confederacy returns just in time for the holiday season. Our reporter, Howard How You Doing Today, has more.
Xenu is back from college to the NFL. To his reappearance, experts has said this.
I don't think it's smart.
Xenu is responsible with giving birth to the spirits of confusion, or body thetans whom he imprisoned in a volcano when his Douglas DC-8 aircraft crashed into the prison planet of Earth 75 million years ago. If any of that sounds confusing, that's just the body thetans inside you right now. What Xenu's return may mean for us, we can only wait and see.
Breaking now, it appears that the Gary's Glasses Group Gang Up to get greater goings on geared towards glasses wearers for the cure turned violent when members of a rival group arrived on the scene. To give you more, we take you live on the scene to our reporter, Eli Copter.
It's unclear what initially incited the incursion, but it now seems like the long-standing tensions between Gary's Glasses Group and Colleen's Contact Club have officially boiled over into what can be termed as a full contact glasses gang war. Members of the group appear to be heading this way.
We are
Let's see
wearing
what they have to say.
glasses. We are wearing 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 glasses.
You heard it here, folks. We'll have more on this as it develops. Back to you, Emily Santora, Andersen, Meha, Garza, Geiger.
And with that, we are already through our first half of our exclusive New Year's Rockin' Eve celebration. Stay tuned for more and look forward to special guests, story updates, and another check-in with the studio band, the California Raisins, as we continue our countdown to the new millennium. All of that and more after the break.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day. He's an incredible companion and my best friend.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns, like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, it's gonna be cool.
When I retired from the Navy, I found myself on a void in my life that had been filled by the people that I served with. Tommy really brought an important factor to my life. I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back to New Year's Rockin' Eve. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm still your host, Emily Santora, Crighton, McNeil, Andersen, Mejia, Garza, Geiger. Once again, we are anticipating the beginning of Y2K, and with it, the end of life as we know it. I'm just kidding, viewers. There's nothing to worry about. Well, we now have a breaking story coming out of the White House. Details are still coming in, but we once again turn to Eli Copter for more.
Thanks, Emily. Intergalactic warlord Katz has broken his treaty with the United Nations in a shocking statement issued to diplomats this morning. Katz told the UN, quote, "All your base are belonging to us, and you have no chance to survive. Make your time." Katz has maintained a treaty with the UN for over 30 years, but it appears that the mounting dissatisfaction of this led to a devastating attack. UN peacekeepers forces said that this attack that someone set them up and the bomb that they will fight for with great justice will bring more as this develops. Live from here in the field reporting for your New Year's Rockin' Eve, this is Eli Copter,
Thanks,
signing
Eli.
off.
In the meantime, be sure to stay vigilant, as always, and report any intergalactic warlords to your local police or fire authorities. An unexpected development in the Glasses Gang War saga as infamous recluse Gary Indiana, founder of Gary's Glasses Group, has stepped out of the shadows to address the public for the first time since the beginning of the conflict that has spanned over the last several minutes. According to Group Dogma, Gary ascended to the position after seeing the need of a unified front for the visually disadvantaged. Since the group's inception, Gary and his Glasses Group have managed to make several strides, including higher contrast setting modes for university applications and websites, and most notably, the giant BGSU letters in the middle of campus to remind the legally blind where, in fact, they are at the given moment. We take you now to the press conference in process.
Members of the esteemed press, loyal members of our great Glasses Group, and yes, even the sycophants of the Contact Club. I am appearing before you today to end this senseless violence between us, to hearken back to the days of yore, when fuzzy visions would struggle through the world at each other's side, not at each other's throats. But more than anything, I am here to offer my confession. Gary's Glasses Group was founded on a lie. These are not prescription glasses. There's not even any lenses in them. I just thought they looked good on me. And then one thing led to another, and then suddenly I was the head of a photo-militaristic faction full of a bunch of four eyes. We've all been there, right? Either way, I'm urging you to put down your arms and pick up your eyes, if applicable. To see one another as human beings, and to see me in all my shame. as just another member of this flawed species. Thank you.
Well, folks, you heard it here. Wait, my producer is informing me that both members of the Glasses Group and Contact Club have come together to descend en masse on the press conference that just ended moments ago. The images we're getting in the studio are, well, they're a little too graphic for broadcast, but it seems that the Glasses Gang war has finally come to a close. Now, let's get ready to take a look ahead to what the new millennium has in store for us as we go to our special field correspondent, Gymnasium, who's coming at us live from New York City, where the New Year's ball has just dropped into the marvelous year 2000. How's the future treating you out there, Jim?
Emily? Emily, can you hear me? I don't know what happened. I don't know where I am. One minute we were all in Times Square counting down, hundreds of thousands of people counting down, and then the next I was here, just me. Everything fell away and now it's just green. I can't hear myself. It's so quiet here. I don't think there's anything for sound to bounce off of. It's all just green. I'm honestly shocked I'm still alive. There must be air here or something, but it's all just green. Green as far as the eye can see, an infinite ocean of green stretching on and on and on. And please tell my family I love them. I don't think I'm going to make it out of here. Oh God, maybe if I start walking, I'll come across something. Just start walking in any direction until something happens, or I'll just start walking and I think something's happening. I feel...
That's so great to hear, Jim. Glad to hear that the new year is just as exciting as we all hope it is. We'll be joining you there soon. Well, folks, it's just about that time. We're ever so close to the year 2000. I guess we'll finally see if that Y2K bug is anything to be worried about. It's been a joy to be your host this evening. Once again, I am Emily Santora, Dave Matthews, Kreiner Harbauer, Young McNeil, Andersen Mejia Garza Geiger Todd. You'll have to forgive the lower production quality on this year's broadcast. Many of our crew took the night off to, quote, spend their last few hours on Earth with their family. I don't know. Well, folks, we're starting to wind down here as we reach closer to that magical midnight moment. Before we count down and say goodbye, though, we've got one more special surprise in the studio. Please join me in giving a New Year's Rockin' Eve welcome to our very special guest, the Ghost of Christmas Past. Welcome to the studio, Christmas Past. Well, wait a second. This is awkward. Everyone, I am so sorry. Our producer just informed me that this is in fact the Ghost of Christmas Future, not Christmas Past. So that's just upsetting. But, well, since we're here, Future, got anything to say to the viewers at home? Oh, geez, this is a real pickle. Did we really book the wrong ghost? Guys, come on, we're supposed to be professionals here. This is just a plain embarrassment. Well, Christmas Future, I am so sorry for wasting your time. Thank you so much for coming in today, and we really hope you had a good Christmas and a happy Y2K to you. Well, really sorry about that one, folks. Just goes to show you. But it's nearly midnight, the moment we've all been waiting for. But before we count down and sign off, I just want to say thank you for watching. We really appreciate it, and we hope you enjoyed the news of raw truth and hope you have a great Y2K. We'll see you next year. For New Year's Rockin' Eve, I have been Candace Emily, Dave Matthews, Santora Harbauer, Young McNeil, Andersen Dubois, Mejia Garza Geiger Todd. Oh, sweet. Good thing I stuttered the last 2